Hello students, today we start our fourth chapter, that is how plants reproduce. What is the meaning of reproduce? The production of offsprings by the process of sexual or asexually is called reproduction. Offsprings means newborn babies or our childs. In this chapter, we learn about the same things about plants. So how seeds, reproduction by seeds we done. Second is dispersal of seeds, and third is vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation means what are the different methods that we use to reproduce plants by the other parts of the plant like stem, roots, leaves, etc. Now on first page, let's go. Observe what Rashi is throwing while eating. First is, what is Rashi eating? If you see, Rashi is eating a fruit. Next part is, which part of the plant is being eaten? So, we all know that the fruit is the part of a plant that we eaten. Which part of the plant has Rashi thrown away? So, the seeds are the part of the plant that Rashi throws away, which is present inside the fruit. Fourth is, what would happen if the part that Rashi has thrown gets the right amount of air, water and warmth? Means when we give a right amount of air, water and warmth to the seed that are sown inside the soil, they gives a birth to the new baby plant. Now all living things reproduce their own. Means human beings reproduce their own. Similarly, plants reproduce their own. But the methods of reproduction is different in different living things. So here we discuss the different methods how plants reproduced. First is plants reproduce by seeds or vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation means reproduction of plants by the other parts of the plant. First we talk about reproduction by seeds. Reproduction by seeds means, here we take the example of germination. What is a germination? When the seeds get proper amount of water, air, warmth that present inside the fertile soil, they give a birth to their young ones or a new baby plant. So this is the method that is done by reproduction by seeds. Okay. Next is dispersal of seeds. Dispersal means scattering of seeds from one place to another place by the mother plant. Do you think all the seeds lying under the lemon plant grow into new plant? Do you think that all the seeds that lying on the floor, they grow into a new baby plant? If yes, then won't there be too many plants growing under the mother plant? First of all, it is not possible that all the seeds that are lying under the mother plant, they are grow. If they are grow, they not take a proper amount of air, water and space and even nutrients. So some of the plants get died, and some of the plants that are grown, they are not healthy or not in a proper way. So here we discuss about some methods, some different methods that we use in dispersal of seeds. So the dispersal of seeds is doing by wind, water, animal, or explosive mechanism. First we read about the dispersal by wind. Means how the seeds are scattered from one place to another place with the help of wind. So we read, many plants have seeds that are very light and can be easily carried away by wind. Means the weight of some seeds are very light and carried easily when air is blown. Some seeds have hair or wing-like structure that help them to be easily carried away by wind to far away places. Some examples of the seeds that disperse by wind are cotton, dandelion, and iitjee are the seeds that commonly dispersed by wind. Here you see the pictures of cotton and dandelion flower. Next is dispersal by water. Means some of the plants that grow at the water bodies, at the corner of the water bodies or near the water bodies, the seeds of that plants are fallen into the water. Okay, so that types of plants carrying the seeds with spongy and have a fibrous coating so that they can easily move or float in water from far away from the mother plant. So the seeds that are present in water or near the water bodies, that are coconut plant or lotus seed. Next is dispersal by animals. You see that some fruits that are eaten by animals they throw, and some of them they eat. But some of seeds are like they are stuck on their bodies. Means some of plants have hook, spines, or even tuft hair that stick to the bodies of birds and animals and spread by them. So the example of some seeds are cockleburr and burdock are the examples that are dispersed by animals. Next is dispersal by explosive mechanism. Explosive mechanism means where some of the seeds, when they get ripened, due to internal force, the seeds or fruits get burst and the seeds are scattered in different directions. Means some plants have special method of scattering their seeds on their own with force once the fruits ripen. The examples of explosive mechanism dispersal, first is poppy, peas, balsam, beans are some plants that disperse their seeds by the explosive mechanism and scatter their leaves in all direction. Now we discuss the portion of time, please. First A. Give two examples of each of the following. You have to give the examples of two examples of each. First is seed dispersed by wind, that is cotton and dandelion. Second, seeds dispersed by water, that is coconut and lotus. Seeds dispersed by animals, that is cockleburr and burdock. Seeds dispersed by explosive mechanism, that is poppy, peas, balsam and beans. You have to write only two. Next we discuss the match the following. Here seed coat is related to water. Cotyledons are the seed leaves. Holes help us to water absorption. Germination take place when they get a proper amount of water, air and warmth, and leaves help us to make the food for plant. Next is vegetative propagation. In vegetative propagation, we take different methods like reproduction of plants through roots, stem or leaves. First, we talk about the reproduction or vegetative propagation through roots. Roots like carrot, radish, turnip and beetroot, these are the roots that we eat. Plants like carrot, radish, turnip and beetroot reproduce with the help of their roots. The roots are thick and fleshy. As you have seen in this picture that these are the vegetables that grow with the help of root of a plant and give a birth to the new plants. Next is from stem. Vegetative propagation from stem. Many plants like potato, onion, garlic and ginger can also reproduce with the help of their stems. Means if you take a potato on which small buds are grown, if you put that potato inside the fertile soil and give water and give proper amount of water and provide air, nutrients, they grow a plant and give you a lot of potatoes inside the soil. Means here a one potato that carrying a bud act as a stem of a plant. Many plants like potato, onion, garlic and ginger can also reproduce with the help of their stems. Onion and garlic can grow from their stems that are swollen like a bulb. Means the small plants of a onion, garlic, these called as a bulbs. And small plants that are grown on a potato, these are called as a buds. Potato and ginger have small buds that grow on their surface. Each bud can grow into a new plant if sown in fertile soil and water regularly. Now we do a one activity verbally. Take an onion from kitchen and sow it in either a pot with soil or in our garden. Water it regularly and then observe. Simply, if any onion or a potato you have kept in a fridge for a long time, you see that small buds are appearing on the surface of potato or the small leaves like a structure appears on the root, on the starting tip of the root on the onion. First point is what happened after a few days. We see a small leaf-like structure that grow from a onion. Do you see green structure coming out? Yes. Which part of the onion plant could it be? It is a stem of the plant. Next is what do you infer from this? This is a which propagation is this? Propagation in these plants, the propagation is done by the stems. So, an onion is an dash stem. Which stem? An onion is a bulb stem. Next method is stem cutting. Stem cutting we prefer in many plants like rose, in sugarcane. Okay, now we discuss an example of rose plant. If we take a plant of rose stem and cut some portion of them, and that stem that we have cut, put it into the fertile soil and water it regularly, you observe that after some time a new plant is developed. So this is the process of stem cutting. Next is a vegetative propagation from leaves. Means we grow a new plant with the help of leaves. From leaves, some plants like bryophyllum have special leaves that develop buds on the leaf margin. As you see the structure of leaf of bryophyllum, that on the margin of a leaf you appear a structure of small buds. If these buds are fallen on the ground or on the soil, they give a birth to a new plant. Now we recall the chapter. First we talk about the reproduction of seeds. How reproduction of seeds take place with the help of germination if we give a proper amount of air, water and warmth to the seed. Next is different ways of dispersal of seeds. The different ways of dispersal of seeds are wind, water, animal and explosive mechanism. So the example of dispersal by wind are the cotton, dandelion, dispersal by water, that is lotus seed and coconut, dispersal by animals, that is cockleburr and burdock seeds, dispersal by explosive mechanism are the example of poppy and peas. Next we learn the different methods of vegetative propagation through roots, stems. In stem we talk about the stem cutting and third is from leaves. Now we discuss the fill-ups and MCQs. First fill-up is most plants multiply with the help of their dash. Means we grow new plants mostly with the help of seeds. We prefer stem cutting very rarely. So most plants multiply with the help of their seeds. Dash contain food stored for the baby plant. So seed coat contain food stored for the baby plant. When we seed start germinating, the dash comes out first. First that comes out, that is root. After the root, the part that comes out, that is shoot. Fourth point is a dash seed dispersed by air. So the seed that is dispersed by air is cotton. Fifth is cockleburr seeds get dispersed with the help of animals. Next MCQ, which of these do not carry pollen grains from a leaf? Pollen grains are transferred with the help of wind or any process, but none of these. So the answer is none of these. Second is, which of these is a characteristic feature of a dispersal by water? So dispersal by water, seeds have a spongy surface. So the answer is C, spongy coating. It helps us to float on the water easily. Third is, which of these can multiply through buds on their leaves? So the buds on their leaves, that is buds on their leaves, that is money plant and hibiscus. I hope you will understand this chapter. Thank you.